Well, hello there, Jojopah.
Hello, Majella. It's so good to see you again this week.
And
Wow.
you.
What a week it was.
Yep.
Who
Be
knew?
careful what you ask for.
Exactly.
Oh,
So I got my hands over my heart at night before I would go to sleep, and I just said, okay, I'm open. I'm open to learning, to receiving. What is it? What is it I want? What is it I need to do even to reclaim this joy? And on Thursday morning, I got this huge download. Like when you wake up and you're conscious, you were in the dream, and in the next nanosecond, you're conscious, with the conversation still going on, like that lucid kind of state, and it was like profound. Like I was just like, and the message to me was that I was to participate in this process of reclaiming joy in very specific ways, because there are things that I know to do to shift up belief system from the shamanic wisdom that I keep. And they're like, you need to use that. We call it African spirit medicine. You need to use that medicine, like light those candles,
mhm.
use that water, use that fire. And it was like so direct, because the message I got was, this is really big. And by big, I mean, it's never just about me, that there are all these other people and situations connected to me being able, right, to reclaim my joy. And they were just adamant about it. It was like, this is big. You need to do these things. This is not a spectator sport. We need you in the game. And it's humbling, because the things I do, and I'll do them, but I'm not. How can I say? I'm not as conscious that it
Mhm.
really matters. Like, it really matters. And
Mhm.
also my broadcast this week, I was talking about finding your it, or learning your it for people, and my it has to do with making sure I always have a big screen television, some way to access TV or my movies, and also my music and my books. And to really be conscious that it's okay to do that. And it's important that I do that on a daily basis. So, I'm just lit, and so grateful that I have gotten that clear a message and guidance for, this is going to move you forward through these 40 days to consciously do those practices. So
Mm.
so
That
I'm
is
lit, girl.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm
Amazing.
lit. Yeah.
I'm going to take some of that, I'm going to take some of that spark and absorb and spark off it, I think. I've had a really interesting time. Actually, every night, when I take my earrings out, I put them on the side, and I've made an altar in my bedroom from previous work that we've done
Nice.
earlier this year.
Right.
And on the altar is my mum's old statue of Mary. Now, I have
Wow.
not prayed for years, but every time I put my earrings down, I say the Hail Mary.
Okay. Okay.
It's like, okay, here we go. And Buddha's there as well,
Of course.
and other symbols, and it's been really interesting, because that's actually become quite a ritual every day. I have no idea where it's leading, who knows. Um, and I suppose the two things that really, like, I'm just experiencing lots of physical changes, and I found myself having a flow and having a period for the first time in 155 days, which was
Wow.
quite interesting. And anyone who knows me, I mean, I love periods. I think they're fantastic. They're cyclical. You know where
Yeah.
you are with them. So there's a bit of joy attached to that for me. And to have that alongside of some work that I was invited to co-facilitate at the weekend around race and mindfulness practice, which was really, really powerful. And the stuff that came up was about really white people need to do their work, and exploring how to shift things. You know, like we were saying earlier about it's actually racism is a white person's problem. And to get into that work. And despite all the work that I may have done over the years, boy, did it hit me.
Wow.
So that was
wow.
super painful. However, like what an amazing what an amazing opportunity, and I'm in it. I'm in that work. I'm not gonna run away from from the shit that comes up.
Yeah.
You know, it's really
because that's the barrier to the joy. And as you know, as a therapist, right? If you don't get at that pain, because it's so unconscious, like it sounds like what happened to you was you got down into cellular consciousness. Yeah. And if you don't get to that, you do have a barrier to the joy. Yeah. We've got audience. So I just want to do a quick shout out to, hey, Tasha. Hey, Jason. Some other people, I don't see your names, but thank you for joining us. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. Wow. So it sounds like you had a very visceral experience from doing that opening up. What did you do, Majella, to support yourself through all that? Because you had physical pain, girl, and you had this deep emotional pain.
Yes, like poof. I can tell you what I did. Well, I gave myself a lovely mantra, which was I hate myself for a while, at a really kind of deep level, but also recognizing that I was processing as a co-facilitator on this, processing lots of stuff that was coming up from the group. Unconscious and conscious stuff. So I took myself off to my friend's place and grabbed a cake and a coffee and had a conversation with another friend and watched myself a Disney movie, Inside Out.
Now. Yes.
Which is brilliant. It's just brilliant. And topped myself up on some Superstore. If you haven't seen that, it's hysterical. And allowed it to process through. Oh, and I ate loads. But it was really interesting because it wasn't a stuffing down of emotion. It was more of a, not sure what to do with this. And then this morning I got up and I went for a massive run.
Nice.
And ate really well today. Connected with my anchors.
I love it. And it sounds like, you didn't stay victim to that pain body that came up. You were able to, accept it and realize, okay, it's here so that I can transform it and get back into my joy body. So that's pretty powerful. And it's important for folks to realize that we have a choice. We don't have to stay in the suffering, but that pain shows up to bring a message, an important message, even if it is about slow down, pay attention, feel this, or reaching out to ask for help, which is really, really important. Yeah.
I'm being honest about processes and just going, okay, I feel this, and I can continue with this mantra.
Yes.
Or I can recognize it for what it is. It's a gift. It feels like a big shitty gift. But it's a gift because there's no
Yeah.
like emotions are emotions, right? So it's
Right.
what you do with them. And reactions, how you react to things and what you do with those reactions is the important thing. Do you turn it inwards? Do you turn it outwards?
Right.
Inside out.
Inside out. And I think, it's so important. They've just reported that about 500,000 people, and that they've been able to count. Let's be really clear about that. 500,000 people globally have died from coronavirus. And here we are coming up to the 1-year mark of it being proclaimed a global pandemic. And so there's this energetic in the air, that we're all affected by, right? This huge grief. And if you're not conscious of it and opening up to, feeling it, ain't gonna be no joy. Ain't gonna be no joy, not at all. So I'm staying very mindful of that too, is, to just allow myself when that wave of sadness or that wave of fear, there's fear stuff associated with this, comes over, to just sit in it, feel it, and let it move through. And also listen to, is there something I need to do? Do I need to go light this candle? Do I need to pray? I got on my knees, girl. I was on my knees this morning, okay? I was on my knees before I went into some meetings because I was like, I feel this energy. And I wanted to transform it. I wanted to move through. I don't want to project it out onto what I need to experience, And that's, again, ways in which we can just stay conscious that we can make a choice and not have to stay in a suffering. That's really, really important. So I think for this week, I'm going to continue hands over heart every night and just, again, asking, what do I need? What do I want? Guide me through this reclamation process.
Yeah, I'm going to go with surrender. I surrender. That's it. I'm like, my hands are in the air. I am, whatever. I have no preconceived notion of just like last year, right? Right. We started doing this, and then suddenly the global pandemic was declared. We're like, okay, this is interesting. So I'm feeling like, okay, heart open, surrender, whatever. Let's explore what's happening.
Yeah,
curiosity.
Wonderful.
So,
well, we're in this together. And for those of you who are listening in, please leave some comments, if you will, on Facebook or wherever this is. I forget where I'm even broadcasting to, but wherever it is, do leave us some comments and let us know if you're joining into this and if there's anything specific that we can share with you or include in our update for next week. So, Majella, I love you so much.
So I love you too. And I hope you have a fantastic day.
Yes, thank you. You too. And a wonderful week. I'm curious to see what shows up for us this week coming up. Because as we enter into March, next week is my birthday. So, interesting. Very interesting. Yeah.
Super exciting.
Absolutely.
Well, I will you very soon. Thank you everyone for joining in, and I'd be open to hosting a WhatsApp group if people were interested to post in, then that's also an option.
Perfect. Absolutely. All right.
So let's see.
We'll see.
Who knows what's going to happen. You take care.
You as well. Be well, my dear. And to everyone watching in, take good care, be well, be safe, wear those masks, practice that social distancing, science safety, not perceived safety, and blessings to everyone around the world who is going through struggles for liberation or heat and all of what's going on. Love you, love you, love you. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.